world begins to wander, when the noise demands the throne, when fear rises up in power and every voice claims control over the waters, your voice remains. I see nations without hope, hearts that lost their way, broken promises in the streets, anxiety dressed as change. And in the middle of it all, I found myself there too, questions on my lips and silence before you. Moments when the heavens felt too distant to be heard, yet even in the distance, your voice broke through. If systems start to crumble, your kingdom will not fall. If the earth begins to tremble, your word stands over all. Even when my faith feels small, your throne remains unshaken. When you speak, the seas surrender. When you speak, the night gives way. When you speak, fear retreats and my heart comes back to life. When you speak, everything changes. When you speak, everything changes. Nothing is impossible when your voice is over all. There were nights I wept alone, days I questioned everything, prayers barely leaving my lips because I had no words to bring. I thought maybe you were silent, that you would never respond. But in the middle of my weakness, your voice found me again. It didn't shout above the storm, it didn't shake the sea. It whispered in the stillness, I will not let you go. And in that whisper, I learned to breathe again. If nations lose their direction, you remain the light. If darkness tries advancing, your voice divides the night. Your voice is truth when all is noise. Your voice stands firm when all is opinion. When you speak, the seas surrender. When you speak, the night gives way. When you speak, fear retreats and hope begins to rise. We remain. When you speak, I stand. When you speak, everything changes. Oh, when you speak, everything changes. Everything changes. Everything changes. Oh, when you speak, everything changes. Everything changes. If the world falls, you don't fall. If everything shifts, you don't change. You speak, mountains tremble. You speak, chains are broken. You speak, destinies awaken. When you speak, history turns, history turns. When you speak, the seas surrender. When you speak, the night gives way. When you speak, fear retreats and my heart comes back to life. We stand unshaken, we're still here. When you speak, the world listens. When you speak, everything changes. Oh, everything changes. Everything changes.